Hey y'all, welcome to Pleiadian Point of View. I'm Peyton with Peyton Energetics, and as you've probably guessed, I'm a Pleiadian channel. So as y'all probably know, over the past couple of weeks, we have gone through some pretty intense eclipses, and the Pleiadians wanted us to understand what was going on energetically as we moved through these eclipses. The first thing that they wanted us to understand is that we have gone through a massive energetic purification process, which is why these eclipses have been particularly brutal this time around, is because we have been purifying some of our densest energies, the ones that we are still holding on to. So the Pleiadians have said that as a result of these eclipses that we have gone through over the past couple of weeks, many of us are much more able to hold fifth dimensional energies. We are doing a final purge and purification of some of our deepest reservoirs of remaining density. So that is one of the reasons why the past couple weeks have been a little bumpy. And the Pleiadians also wanted us to understand that the Lightworker Collective, or the Awakened Collective, has shifted the balance of power on the planet. So what this means, according to the guides, is that the darker energies, what we can call the darker ones, are all being flushed to the surface right now. This is why things have looked a little dicey, a little chaotic in the 3D world, is because the energies are shifting. And the guides have said that this is because, in large part, of the work of the awakened community. We are flushing all of that darkness that has really kind of made a headquarters here on Earth for thousands of years. It's getting toxic to the dark. The energies are getting so high that it is flushing to the surface anything that is not in integrity. And so this is what we are seeing happen. And the guides wanted us to know that it is because of the work that is being done by the awakened community. Now, they did point out that many lightworkers and starseeds won't even notice that this is happening. And one of the reasons for that, according to the Pleiadians, is that so many lightworkers and starseeds have been working so diligently for such a long time to raise their vibration, that a lot of the chaos and drama, a lot of the purging of energies in the 3D world is just not a vibrational match to you. It won't even cross into your attention. So they wanted us to know that as we continue to raise our vibration, these other things that are happening in the world, the chaos and the drama, is not a vibrational match to us nearly as much as it used to be. And as y'all know, it used to be that we were constantly getting slapped in the face by the 3D drama. But if you have noticed, it is starting to get really quiet. That just doesn't enter your field of awareness anymore. You don't hear about it as much. You're not invested in it when you do hear about it, because you know it can only affect you if you match your energy to it, or if you fear it or you hate it. Because it is only when we push against something that we superglue it to ourselves. The Pleiadians also wanted us to understand for this month that we are in the process of birthing a new reality into existence, one where there is total transparency. And wouldn't that be nice for a change? Where there is total freedom and sovereignty for all, where there is fairness and equality for everyone. We are creating this system, and the guides have said it is starting to move into manifestation, because so many in the awakened community have been visualizing this, putting their imagination and their intention on this, that we are starting to move it into manifested form. The Pleiadians also wanted us to know that we are doing a great job as lightworkers and starseeds, in that many of us are starting to remove our attention from the 3D matrix. We are starting to realize that it can't limit us or affect us unless we give it our attention. So that is something they have said that the awakened community is getting better at. And another way to look at it is you're not getting as distracted by all the shiny toys of the 3D world, and all of those efforts by the former powers that be that want to lure you into lower dimensional timelines. The guides have said we are getting better as light workers and starseeds of not accepting that invitation. And something else the Pleiadians wanted us to really kind of have a sense of pride about is that they said that the awakened community are far more powerful than we realize. And I know for a lot of us, there have been feelings of isolation, separation, like nothing is happening from all of this hard work we've been doing. The guides say that that is not the case. They say that we are actually driving the entire collective, even though it doesn't feel like it. And they wanted us to know that the dark ones are terrified of us. That was their exact quote. So they wanted us to understand as light workers and starseeds how truly powerful we are, that we are the ones who are driving the boat. And as they always like to point out in this conversation, that we have nothing to fear from the powers that we think of as the darker beings or the former controllers of the Earth game, that they can't touch you unless you fear them or you hate them. Because as we mentioned earlier, it is only when we are pushing against something, in resistance to it, trying to stay separate from it, that we really glue it to ourselves. So they wanted to remind us that no one has power over us unless we give it to them. And finally, the other thing that the Pleiadians wanted to talk about this week is the sense of frustration that they see in the lightworker community, where we haven't necessarily seen the results of our efforts. They said that there is a pretty significant energy of discouragement and frustration that we haven't seen a whole lot of results in our manifested reality of all the work that we've been doing. But the guides wanted us to know that this is only because we are moving through timelines so quickly that we can't see our progress all the time. So they wanted to assure us that it is there, that we have made dramatic progress. And as they like to say, this is the fastest ascension in the history of the universe. So even if we can't see it or it doesn't feel like it's happening very quickly, they wanted us to know that's not the case. And to go along with that, they wanted us to know that over the course of the next month or so, we're going to start to see the next step being revealed. Because a lot of people in the awakened community for kind of a long time now have been feeling like they're at a crossroads or they don't really know how to move forward. So the guides are saying that that is going to start to change. We are actually going to see what the next steps are. Because I don't know about y'all, but for me, it has felt a little vague for a while now. So I am all for any clarity they can bring to that, because I know a lot of people that I work with have talked about kind of feeling a bit lost, a bit like they're not sure what the next step is, a little lost in the weeds. And the guides have said that is going to start to change. So the next step is about to be revealed. So that is this week's point of view. I hope it helped you. I'll see you soon. Bye.